Okay. So we're at the Golden Temple and I wanted to go... I think it was this mission and then this mission. Yeah. There's one along the way too. We might as well do that one since we unlocked a bunch of stuff yesterday in that area. Oops. Let's keep going this way. The purple flowers are really pretty, and I'm glad we actually found what mission they were a part of. Oh, it's a deer. Oh dear. I'm going the wrong way. I gotta cross the river and go this way. Those bad guys. Bad guys. Whoops. We're on a cliff. Hold on. Herb. Go away. Hi Zen. Welcome back. Happy Thursday. Thank you. Was there an archer over here? Or was that this guy? Okay. Okay. I got distracted. Okay, we can keep going this way. Did you know that there's a copy clipboard in Windows 10 native now? Instead of doing Control V, you can do Windows key V. And it has a list of the last, I don't know, however many copied items. I learned that the other day by accident. We've been here. We've been to this house before. Pretty sure we've been here. Maybe not, because there's a lot of enemies around. It's actually really useful well, I do a lot of repetitive work when I'm editing, so it's really nice that it exists. Oh. Did I not have another arrow drawn? Fire! Oh. Hey, buddy. I'm gonna collect this tree. Oh, and a flower. There's more supplies over here? They're glowing like I missed something. This is just dragonflies. We're going the right way. I'm going. Why can I read a map very well? I'm very bad at this. Yeah, they've added a lot of features that I see in other operating systems. But I still dislike Windows a lot for how much they interrupt the user space with a lot of their updates. Like, I don't mind updating your OS often. I think that should be something you do often. But when you interrupt the user space, I think that's a problem. No, 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 pick up the- okay. We hide. I would like to leave the crawl space and pick up the linen. Thank you. Hello.
変わったことはないか。
まずはお茶でもいかがでしょう。
茶？アザモの菊は良い酒を作ると聞いたが。
まあまあ、こちらへ。
Uh-oh. No sake for me? I use Linux on my personal machines, but it's very hard to get a lot of my streaming equipment to work with Linux because the kernel tuning and like drivers and stuff just don't work too well on Linux. So I just have decided to stick with Windows for my streaming and gaming stuff. Wait, what? You're helping the Mongols.
おかげで樽はすっからかん。
味はわかるようだな。お主の酒は島の誉れだ。
奴らの酒なんて馬の小便ですから。
馬の乳と聞いたが。
It's mare's
酒だ
milk.
なんて。
奴らはいつもだ。
Wow.
時期に。
The
俺に
shade.
任せろ。お主は隠れておれ。
Okay. We saved the sake. Find an ambush spot.
奇襲する場所を探さねば。
みんな集まりな。蔵の裏に隠れるんだ。顔だけじゃないよ。ここにいるお侍さんが猛虎と話をつけてくれる。
Thank you. I'll see you guys later. Just gonna collect some supplies. See where the Mongols are going. We hide. Hey, Eve. Wait, did I stay here all night? Oh boy. I saw a beehive. I don't want to stand off. I would like to maybe toss a wind chime over by the beehive. And then they go over there. And then I murder them with hornets. That didn't work the way I thought it would. Where did this guy go? Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Well done. I felt like I messed up a lot, but thank you. Thank you. Can you take your sake making supplies there? Try to resolve. We get more resolve, right? I think we had one of these earlier. You knew it was bound to happen. That's why you're here. To enjoy the photo mode. And a gazillion fireflies. See, it's centered. We're centered here. Yeah. Oops. Joysticks are so sensitive. E. Okay. My share button, the first time you press it for the night, it like gets super stuck. I would like to see what this looks like in black and white. We did a lower exposure bias and a different weather pattern. My old Mac, I have a triple boot of the Mac system of Flavor of Linux, and I actually have an old licensed copy of Windows on there too. Forget what, there's a tool that you can install on Macs that allow you to do that. I forget what the tool was called, I'll have to look it up. Do we like this? I think I like this. I think I need to change the focus just a wee bit. There we go. It comes native now? Is it boot camp? I thought it was something else. I remember installing a different tool. No, I think you're right. I think it is called boot camp. I had a super old Mac though. Like this was when I was going through university and I spent some of my funds on... Like I knew it was going to be a pricey machine, but there was so much stuff that I could do that I couldn't do on a Windows machine. Natively at least at that time. Windows I don't think had support for the Linux subshell at that time. Cool. I think we wanted to go for these. Let me fast travel over here. Excuse me. This was logging base, okay. Let's do this tail and then we'll do this next main story tile. I think the gold ones are main story, right? If you wanted to mess around with Linux but never like completely reformat your system, check out VirtualBox. It's essentially you install like a small hypervisor on your machine, and that allocates resources virtually to a virtual server within your system, and you can download Linux distributions from usually from their website. If you're new to Linux, I would suggest maybe a flavor of like Ubuntu, just because it's very user-friendly. If you feel a little bit more confident, maybe then go with Cent. I think Cent is more suited for enterprise and like dev work, while Ubuntu is more of a like a home desktop sort of operating system. It has the Linux subsystem in it right now, Corvo. I just don't know when they're going to support the actual Linux kernel, because right now they just alias a lot of things to work with PowerShell. I did find out that you could do an SSH, I don't know what they're called. It's like a, when you go into the, where you've downloaded your programs, there's like tools and other things that you can download for Windows, and they have an SSH helper, so you can go into PowerShell and SSH directly to Linux machines. It's really awesome. I didn't know that. So I can just do work on my servers natively in Windows without having to get my laptop out. I really love that. Copying in PowerShell is just a weird thing for me still. Or Arch. Don't start with Arch, okay? Arch is... It is a lot to learn, especially if you've never really felt comfortable with the command line interface before. Because I would suggest getting into a version of Linux where you have a GUI first, so it's an easier transition. But if you want to dive right into a CLI and like doing things the hard way, yeah, sure, go ahead and start with like Arch or like a flavor of Fedora or something. It's fine. Everything's fine. Started with Ubuntu, tried to install Arch, and then went back to Ubuntu. Arch is just like, it is the bleeding edge where they try to challenge a lot of the newer hardware, not hardware, but like a lot of the newer technologies that they're trying to like work in an OS. Like that's where they like to test things. Fedora is the other branch of that too. But I would suggest going with something like Ubuntu. It's very user-friendly. They have a lot of really good docs. I'm a huge fan of Cent because I work with a lot of RHEL, which is essentially the same thing as Cent, but it's just the Enterprise edition. And they do things just a little bit differently between Ubuntu and Cent as far as like configurations and stuff like that. But I think if you're looking to start somewhere, definitely start with Ubuntu. I think 1604 is the standard right now, and 1804 just came out like a year ago, but I think it's on its like stable stages now.
何があった？
族に襲われ、食べ物を奪われたのです。米粒一つ残らず。
そやつらはどこへ行った？
北東の森の中へ。
盗みを働いたことを後悔させてやる。
殺してはなりません。族も生きようと懸命なのです。
約束はできぬ。
No promises. Wow. I've honestly not heard of a Pop OS. Manjaro I've heard of. But I would say if you're looking for a good place to start with Ubuntu. They have a really great like welcoming guide on their page. Everything is free. And you don't have to spin up a fancy server or like reformat your PC. You can start by downloading an ISO and just having that run in VirtualBox, so you have like a virtual environment. And you can still play around with it without having the stress of messing something up hardware-wise. I don't see anybody that way. Okay, where are we going? I get really excited when people are like, I want to learn Linux. I don't know why. It's very exciting. Oh, okay. This way? I don't have a compass, so I don't actually know which direction is northeast. I would have to look at, like, the sun and stuff. But we're also in the eastern part of the world, so it's different, right? Because in the western part of the world, the sun sets east to west, but it would be west to east here. Hi, Pico. Or did I have that backwards? West to east, east to west? I don't remember. Should pay her a visit. No! Should bring back our food.
さあ来い
Or what am I thinking of? I think I'm thinking of the seasons being different in the northern and southern hemispheres. It doesn't apply to the sun. The sun goes the same way everywhere. Please ignore me! I'm just really tired. I get the things mixed up all the time. Forgive me. I would not be able to survive very well in the world without Google.
米だ盗んだものに違いない
The way they say food is very similar to how they say food in Spanish. A small bundle of rice. Some of it has already been eaten. Just making sure there's nothing else to collect here. Yeah, it sounded very similar to comida. It's really weird. You actually have Christmas in July, I guess. That sort of vibe. Hello.
よくぞご無事で。
取り返したぞ
お米、最後に口にしたのはいつのことだったか。
盗まれたのではないのか
どうかお許しを。
たばかったとは
このような時に賊に食わせてどうするのです。
She lied.
それに殺さぬように頼んだはず。
致し方なかった
ああ、私のせいで。
嘘をつかずともお主を助けておったぞ
これきりにします。信じてください。
It's interesting that you see some of the residents show compassion while others don't. Cool! I pressed the wrong button. I think we'll get new armor if I complete this one. High guns of fire. Whoop. I feel the same way. Hello.
病人を癒すためにある薬師が向かっているのですが間に合うかどうか。
病人はどこだ？
野営にいる流民です。病に侵され救いの手を待ちわびています。
もうこの手は筒まで伸びておるな。街道も危ういはずだ。その薬師を守ってやらねば。
Is it an ox or a cow? Is it a cow? Because their horns are all curved. Aw, that was cute. Your little ears. Can I
何かご入り用でしょうか。
buy anything? Do we like any of these? I kind of want to see what we have first for, like, if we get new armor or anything.
道中のご無事をお祈りしています。
Hello.
ご遠慮なくご覧ください。
I feel bad. I'm just like walking into these people's areas and stealing supplies. Okay, we were going here.
侍の掟に従ってるわけじゃないからな。腰抜けに守ってほしいのか。